Hi, Tom here. You ever catch yourself stuck in a loop of negative thoughts? Like, no matter what you do, your brain just keeps feeding you the worst case scenarios? And before you know it, that one bad thought turns into a whole spiral. You start feeling like crap, maybe even acting out in ways you know aren't helping. But it's like you just can't stop. But what if I told you you can stop it? Instantly. You don't have to let your mind run the show. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to erase negative thoughts in seconds. Real techniques that actually work. No fluff. So if you've ever been stuck in your head, feeling like you can't shut off the negativity, stick around. Let's fix that right now. Alright, first things first, you're not crazy. And you're not broken. Your brain isn't out to ruin your life. It's just doing what it's wired to do. Your mind is designed to focus on threats. Back in the day, that kept us all alive. But today, that same wiring is making you overthink, stress out, and dwell on the worst case scenarios. And the more you think a thought, the stronger it gets. It's like a muscle. So if your brain has been repeating negative thoughts for years, of course they're going to feel automatic. But here is the good news, guys. If you can build a negative thought loop, you can break it just as fast. Let's get into the exact steps to stop negative thoughts on command. The fastest way to erase a negative thought is to interrupt it before it takes over. Here's how. The moment you notice a negative thought, stop and label it. Literally say in your head, "Oh, that's just a thought. That's my brain on autopilot. I see what you're doing, mind." It sounds simple, but this breaks the loop. It's like yanking the cord on a bad TV signal. The more you call it out, the weaker it gets. Once you interpret the thought, swap it out for something that makes you feel better. Negative thought. I'll probably fail. New thought. I might succeed. I won't know unless I try. Your brain is like a playlist. If a bad song comes on, you don't have to sit there and suffer. It's time to switch the track. Sometimes negative thoughts hit so hard, you don't even have time to think about replacing them. That's when you need a hard reset, a pattern interrupt. When a negative thought floods in, do something physically disruptive. Stand up suddenly. Clap your hands loudly. Say a random word out loud. Yes, even something dumb like pineapple or pepperoni. Shake your body for 5 seconds. I know it sounds weird, but this jolts your brain out of autopilot. It forces your mind to break the negative loop instantly. Alright, maybe the first 2 tricks didn't work, and your mind's still racing. Time for the nuclear option. a grounding technique that forces your brain into the present moment. Look around and name 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. Why does this work? Because your brain can't spiral into negative thoughts when it's busy processing the real world. This brings you back to reality fast. Alright, we've covered how to stop negative thoughts. But let's take it a step further. If you really want to change your mindset, you don't just want to erase negativity, you want to replace it with something better. Your brain loves to play the what if game, but it usually plays it in the worst way possible. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if I embarrass myself? Flip the script. Instead of feeding yourself worst case scenarios, try replacing them with the best case scenarios. What if I actually succeeded? What if this goes way better than I expected? What if this is exactly what I need to grow? Your brain can't tell the difference between real fear and made-up fear. So if it's going to make things up, you might as well make them positive. Here's a quick mind hack, guys. Instead of thinking of your negative thoughts as truth, think of them as opinions that aren't even yours. Here's an example. I'm not good enough. Flip it. I may not feel good enough now, but I'm improving every day. Nobody cares about me. Flip it. There are people who care, and I need to focus on them instead of the ones who don't. I'm just bad at this. Flip it. I'm still learning, and progress is better than perfection. Your brain naturally holds on to negative moments longer than positive ones. It's called the negativity bias. But you can rewire it. At the end of each day, take 30 seconds to replay one good moment from your day. It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe you've made someone laugh, handled a tough moment well, or just got out of bed when you didn't feel like it. Replay it in your head. Feel the emotion, hear the sounds, and let yourself experience it again. This might sound small, but if you do this daily, your brain starts focusing on the good instead of the bad. And that's how you train positivity like a muscle. Remember, you don't just want to erase negative thoughts, you want to replace them with something better. And the more you do this, the more automatic it becomes. Now let's wrap this up and bring everything together. So listen, negative thoughts are a part of life. You can't stop them from showing up. but you can take control on how long they stick around. Every time you catch, interrupt, and replace a thought, you're training your brain to stop feeding negativity. Over time, it becomes automatic. Try one of these methods right now, pause the video and test it, then drop a comment and tell me which one worked best for you guys. If this helped, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and be calm.